For years, the world has been trying to fix Gaza. New plans, new meetings, new promises. But here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. Gaza is not broken. What's broken is the way world powers keep pretending that Gaza is the problem, when the real problem is the system that controls Gaza. A system built on occupation, blockades, and total dependency. And every time they claim they're helping, they actually tighten that control even more. In this video, we're going to break this down in a simple, clear way. We'll talk about why many world leaders keep repeating the same old solutions, why these plans don't bring real peace, and how they end up giving Israel even more power over Palestinians. By the end, you'll understand why the conflict feels endless, and why the world keeps focusing on the wrong part of the story. For decades, countries like the United States and others have talked about stabilizing Gaza. They use words like peace, security, development, and reconstruction. These words sound positive and reassuring. But when you look closely, you realize that almost all these plans avoid the real issue, the occupation. Instead of removing the conditions that created the crisis, the world tries to manage the crisis. They try to reduce the noise instead of removing what caused the noise in the first place. And here is the key point. Almost every major proposal focuses only on Palestinians in Gaza, not on Israel's control over Gaza. Think about the reality. Gaza has no airport, no seaport. Its borders are controlled. Its economy is restricted. It is surrounded by walls. People inside cannot move freely. Electricity and water can be cut off at any time. All of this is controlled from the outside. Yet somehow, the world keeps acting as if Palestinians themselves can magically fix this situation. It's like locking someone in a room and then telling them to rearrange the furniture to make the room more comfortable. The problem is not the furniture. The problem is the lock on the door. Even when world leaders say they are helping, their support usually goes through Israel first. Weapons go to Israel. Aid must be approved by Israel. Money is released in ways that strengthen Israel's position. So even the so-called help often increases Israel's control rather than reducing it. Another thing you will notice is that many leaders talk endlessly about security. But what they really mean is Israel's security, not Palestinian safety or freedom. This is why the situation feels frozen in place. Countries want calm without justice, silence without rights, order without freedom. This is why the same crisis keeps repeating. Destruction, rebuilding, more destruction, more rebuilding, new statements, new plans, same results. Because the root of the problem remains untouched. Many governments believe that economic development can solve everything. They think if they send more aid, build more projects, or create more jobs, Palestinians will simply accept the situation. But history has shown that this idea does not work. You cannot use money to cover injustice. You cannot replace freedom with food parcels. And you cannot expect people to accept control over their lives just because the international community built a new school or clinic. The real issue is political. Who has power and who does not? Right now, Israel controls Gaza's borders, resources, population movement, and economic flow. Palestinians do not. That imbalance shapes everything. No aid package or reconstruction plan can fix that imbalance. Only ending the occupation can. Meanwhile, some international powers continue to openly support Israel's military and political actions, even when those actions make daily life worse for Palestinians. They speak about peace, but send weapons. They talk about human rights, but block global efforts to hold Israel accountable. They claim they want stability, but keep reinforcing the system that produces instability. This creates a clear message. You will not get justice, only temporary calm. Because of this, many Palestinians see these global plans as ways to protect Israel from pressure, not as ways to protect Palestinian lives. There are even leaders who want the Palestinian Authority to take over Gaza, not because they care about Palestinian unity, but because they want a leadership that will cooperate with security demands and follow the political rules set by outside powers. In simple terms, they want control, not freedom. So what does all this mean? It means the world keeps building solutions on top of a foundation that is already broken. It means they keep treating symptoms while ignoring the illness. And it means that the people who suffer the most, the civilians in Gaza, stay trapped inside a system that controls them instead of supporting them. If the world truly wanted peace, their focus would shift to the one thing that matters most: ending the occupation, restoring Palestinian rights, and removing the structures that keep Gaza trapped. Until that happens, every new plan will just be an old plan with new packaging. Real peace cannot be built on control. Real freedom cannot come through checkpoints. And real stability will never grow from ignoring the truth.